He starred as a comedian, a radio host, a television presenter, and was even awarded an MBE in 2023 for his services to the entertainment industry. And after 24 years with his girlfriend and 4 proposal rejections, Room 101 host Frank Skinner, 68, made headlines this week after announcing he has finally tied the knot with Kath Mason. However, Frank Skinner is not actually the comedian's real name. His real name is Christopher Collins, a fact which even bemused Princess Anne herself. During a visit to Buckingham Palace to receive his MBE in April 2023, Frank said and told him it was confusing that he had 2 names. He too revealed the strange reason why he ended up choosing the name Frank Skinner to be his alter ego. "If I didn't make the Princess Royal laugh today, I wouldn't feel like I deserved the medal," he told PA. "I had her laughing throughout, it was pretty consistent. She was a pretty good audience because she couldn't go anywhere. She said it was a bit confusing that I've got 2 names. I had to explain that when you're in the Actors Union, only one person can have a name. Frank Skinner was someone from my dad's Domino's team, so I chose that. I think she just found it funny how I'd chosen my name. Domino's doesn't sound glamorous enough to be discussing at Buckingham Palace." Having met Kath all the way back in 1998 when she was working for his management company, the couple were together for 24 years before his marriage this week. Frank had regularly joked about Kath, who he shares a son with, rejecting his proposals but insisted he would keep plugging away. At last, Frank revealed on Monday that the couple had tied the knot in the latest episode of his Frank Off the Radio podcast with co-hosts Emily Dean, who burst into tears, and Pierre Novel Lie. The comedian excitedly shared, "Can you brace yourselves? You'll never guess what I did on Monday. I got married. I got *****ing married. Don't be offended, we didn't invite anyone. Buzz was a witness. We got married not in a room but on the stairs at Camden Town Hall. I said to Kath, 'Will you marry me?' and she said, 'I'm not having a *****ing party. I don't want a load of guests. I'm not going in a church. I don't want a ring. I'm not wearing a stupid *****ing white dress.' So it went on. I'm not doing this. I said, 'Oh, forget it.' And then about 2 weeks later I said, 'Okay, we'll do it your way.' I felt bad for the friends. I would have invited everyone." Hampstead-based Frank added, "We went for a walk on the heath in the morning and I said, 'Why are we doing this?' She said, 'I don't know. Shall we not do it?' I said, 'They're gonna be upset, aren't they, the witnesses?' We hadn't told anyone else to be upset, and we actually did think, shall we not bother? The thing that no one ever says about getting married is it's quite embarrassing. How can I put it? It's a bit basic getting married. We've been together 20-odd years. Kath's not gonna wear a big white fluffy dress. We hadn't told anyone except our child. I think you have to have them now. It's a modern marriage. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, and your children. Anyway, we walk up the stairs, me and Kath. And they said to Buzz, just plug your phone in there and you can play the music. So we entered to lie dream of a casino sold by the fall. That sounds gimmicky, like getting married by Elvis in Vegas. But in fact the fall meant so much to me and Kath when we were in our early days, so it was actually quite an emotional thing." When asked what Kath wore, Frank replied, "She just wore a flowery dress. She moaned about that. I said, 'You can't have leggings.' When she was stripping away all the things we couldn't have at the wedding, I said, 'Can you at least wear?' She said, 'I'm not changing my name and I'm not wearing a ring. I don't wear jewelry,' which is true. She said, 'If I wear a ring, I'll feel trapped.' I said, 'You'll be married. You're supposed to feel *****ing trapped. That what it symbolizes. It's like a shackle. This was the most difficult thing, and this just isn't me and Kath. What you have to do is hold hands. Both hands, and face each other, like we're gonna do the Gay Gordons. Me and Kath, we don't hold hands unless, as I get older. So that was difficult. We had to look each other in the eye. And I know she's thinking, why are we doing this? Anyway, I'm holding both her hands. I mean, come on, it's like AF *****ing scenes. And then we had to repeat the vows. She said, "You may kiss the bride." I kissed Kath. I'm not kidding you, it was like kissing a reluctant employee under the mistletoe. I thought, you're my wife now. Anyway, the wedding ended. We played container drivers by the fall. When asked why he has tied the knot now, he said, "I don't know why. I just thought, maybe I've got too much money. I'll give her half in about 5 years' time." I don't know why we got married. It wasn't even like a tax thing, so I'm not planning on dying anytime soon. And by the time I do die, reform will be in and there'll be no inheritance tax. He added, "The night before I got married, I lay in my bed thinking if she f*********s off and takes my money, I could end up in a covered bed in a council care home in my 80s, with no money and nothing." But what's great about our relationship is I could have those thoughts and come down and tell Kath on the morning of our wedding and she'll say, "Yes, I know what you mean." And then we still go and get married. We were all right with that. It was the holding hands and looking at each other that we didn't like. Frank added, "As you get old, my partner," which is what I tend to call her. Sounds like we're solicitors. A man my age saying my girlfriend is nearly as bad as a man my age saying my skateboard. There's not a good word for someone you've been with for 24 years when you're our age, other than wife or husband.